Hello to all the KCET aspirants out there. How are you all? I hope you all are doing amazing. This is your Ekta ma'am here. So my dear students, most of you, I think you have started your preparation. You're solving mock tests, you're doing revisions every day. You're solving questions, you're analyzing your mock test, right? You're right on track. But for some students, they might be a little late to the start, right? So we can't forget them also, right? We are there for you all, okay? So what I have done for you, I have analyzed the last 10 years PYQs, and I have from each chapter, which topic questions are being asked the most, okay? So for example, any chapter we can take on, like solution chapter. Then in solution you have multiple, like you have concentration terms, you have Van 't Hoff factor, you have relative lowering of vapor pressure, osmotic pressure. So each year, how many questions have been asked? So in the last 10 years, how many questions have been asked? I've analyzed that, and that will give you an idea. That will give you an idea on which topic to focus on first, right? So you should prioritize. You can prioritize those topics and start your preparation from those topics. Start solving questions from those topics. Start your revision from those topics, okay? So even if you have less than a week you have, right? It's not even week. So you have around a week time, okay? So during that time you can study that much so that you can score good marks, right? You can get a good college, good rank you can get, okay? So yes, I know you guys are trying, and we all are trying really hard for you also, okay? So yes, Machas, let's see what are those like from each chapter how much topics are there, okay? Are you ready? Okay, now let's start. The first chapter is, again, these are your chapters from your PU2. These are your expected number of questions that you can that I have analyzed from the last 10 years. From solution, this is your PU2, right? Solution, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics, DNF block, coordination, haloalkanes, haloarenes, alcohol phenol ethers, aldehyde ketones, carboxylic acids, amines, and biomolecules. So each year. So as you can see from the last 2-3 years, the paper pattern has slightly changed. The number of question weightage are also changed. So you can expect this much question from these chapters, okay? I can slide back, you can take a screenshot, okay? Okay, now, from each chapter you have topics, right? Because in solution you have some topics, in electrochemistry you have some topics. So each year not every topic is coming in your exam, right? Obviously you don't need to study the whole chapter. What you can do, you can study these topics from which the questions are coming every year, okay? So that my bachas, you get really nice score, you get a good score in your KCET, okay? Let's start. Yeah. So from solutions, what I find from solutions, from concentrations term, 2-3 questions have been asked. From solubility, 2 questions. The major topic was osmotic pressure. Lots of questions were regarding your osmotic pressure, okay? And then Van 't Hoff factor. Lots of questions will come from your Van 't Hoff factor. For example, like questions where they will ask you what is the most elevation boiling point is because of. You were given 4 compounds. In those 4 compounds, they will ask you which will have the highest depression freezing point, or the highest elevation boiling point, or the highest relative lowering of vapor pressure, right? So that thing used a Van 't Hoff factor concept, okay? From osmotic pressure, again, 8 questions. Then from Henry's law, 4 questions were there. From Raoult's law, 3 questions have been asked, okay? So when you are preparing this chapter, so you should focus on Van 't Hoff factor, osmotic pressure, these colligative properties, and Henry's law, okay? Majorly questions comes from these, okay? Clear? Okay, next chapter, electrochemistry. From electrochemistry, we have major question coming from your Faraday's law, right? So you cannot skip that. You should start with your Faraday's law. Practice questions. In Faraday's also, majorly question will come from, again, equal distribution was there from Faraday's first law as well as Faraday's second law, okay? Now after that, battery straightforward questions, statement-based questions will come, okay? Then again, conductance, formula-based questions. All those formulas, relation between conductance, resistance, specific conductivity, molar conductance, right? All of those formulas, they are very important. Just memorize them and solve some questions regarding that. And then again, you have your equilibrium constant, some questions from equilibrium constant, simple formula based question. If you know the formula, you can use it, simple. Nernst equation, only 1 question was there, okay? And then electrolysis. Yes, in electrolysis the questions were like, they'll give you molten NaCl or they will give you aqueous NaCl, and they will ask about the product that will form it, anode and cathode respectively, okay? Again, galvanics and electrode potential, Nernst equation, they are less weightage chapters, but again, yeah, you should focus on these first and then you can go for these topics, okay? Next chapter is chemical kinetics. From chemical kinetics, we have rate law questions that are at the top, right? Rate law questions. Then Arrhenius equation questions, 10 questions in the last 10 years, okay? And then rate constant question. Then after that, you have half-life questions. The half-life questions are majorly from first order, right? Or they will ask you that this much time has passed. If one half-life is this much and this much time has passed, what will be the concentration that is left after this much time? So these kind of questions from half-lives have been asked multiple times. Okay, then again rate constant and integrated rate law, equal number of questions. Okay, and then catalyst and collision theory only one question was there. Okay, next is coordination compound. From coordination compound, the major questions were seen from nomenclature. Yes, lots and lots of questions from nomenclature. Then from isomers and the definitions. So definitions were about homoleptic complexes, heteroleptic complexes, about ambidentate ligands, right? Isomerism is very important. What kind of isomerism is exhibited by this particular complex, right? Okay, then CFSC, again crystal field splitting energy, how is the splitting happens, how do you fill the electrons, right? One question from color of coordination compounds and metal carbonyl. Okay, Werner theory also 4 questions were there. Okay, next one is your DNF block elements. From DNF block elements, we had questions from, the major questions were from lanthanoids and actinoids. They are straight, they'll ask about the which will have the 4 elements will be given to you, 4 lanthanoids will be given to you, which will have the +4 oxidation state, or which will be more radioactive. So like factual based questions. Okay, again color and electronic configuration, we got 6 questions, that is from your D and D block. Okay, from oxidation state again 6 questions, majorly from D block that part is coming. And again chemical reactions 5 questions were there, general trends 4 questions were there, magnetism 3 questions were there from magnetism, halides and stability 3 questions were there. Okay, next is haloalkanes and haloarenes. In haloalkanes and haloarenes, from classification 1 question, nomenclature 1 question. As you see, chemical reactions are very important. In your organic chemistry, you need to focus on the chemical reactions. Now in these chemical reactions, we are talking about majorly about the chemical reactions that are given by the haloalkanes and haloarenes, or all of these organic compounds. Some question will come from preparation also. Okay, 1-2 question will be asked. Okay, that are like from your name reactions kind of thing. Okay, next is alcohol, phenols and ethers. From alcohol, phenols and ethers, major question were from your chemical reactions. So again, in these chemical reactions, we are including methods of preparation, right? The most the question that are most asked are from your normal chemical reaction, whatever alcohol, phenol and ethers show, those reactions. Then after that, methods of preparation. Okay, these 2 are very important. Okay, as you can see the weightage here. 3 questions were from acidic strength, right? They substitute the phenol with some compounds and they ask the acidity order. Okay, next is aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. So from this one, again as you can see, chemical reaction plus test. Whatever test was there, they have asked that, okay, which compound will give this test and which compound will not give this test or something, right? These kind of questions were there. Okay, so majorly focus on your chemical reactions and test from aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. Okay, in amines again chemical reactions are very important. Whatever reactions are there, I am counting method of preparation and the chemical properties, chemical reactions that are shown by amines. These are very important. From organic chemistry, questions will come straight from this only. Okay, next is biomolecules. From biomolecules, you have certain, so from carbohydrates, majority of questions were being asked. Questions were about structure of carbohydrates, okay, which have alpha beta linkages, which have beta linkages, which have alpha linkages, in which you'll find 1,4, 1,6 glycosidic linkages, those kind of questions. Okay, and then again 4 questions from vitamins and 7 questions from hormones. From hormones and nucleic acid, again nucleic acid about structure will be there. Okay, that AGCT thing. And from hormones, question will be biological. Okay, so you can relate if you are studying biology and all. Okay, next is for your PU1. From a PU1, these are the expected questions. As you see, the weightage is around 15 to 20 questions only. Okay, but from each chapter, there are certain topics that have a weightage, right? So from first chemical bonding, we have Lewis structure 1 question. So major question were coming from hybridization. So again, learn how to calculate hybridization. That steric number method is there. Use that method to calculate the hybridization. Straight question will come. Okay, then VSEPR theory and bond parameters were there. Okay, and MOT 3 questions will be there. So in MOT generally they ask about bond order. So bond order question will be there. Okay, next one is our periodicity. From periodicity, not much question have been asked. So ionization enthalpy, majorly questions were asked from this one, and in classification 2 questions were there. From equilibrium, yes, that's a nice chapter. So from equilibrium, major question were from equilibrium constant and acid-base theory. So in acid-base, focus on 2 theories, Bronsted acid-base theory and Lewis acid-base theory. So these 2 theories are very important. Okay, and then after that, I think, yes, equilibrium constant and acid-base theory, they are very important. Okay, yes, this are like 1-2 questions are coming. Next is GOC. From GOC, you have major question coming from isomers. What kind of isomerisms are there? So learn those, remember all of those. Okay, straight question were from isomerism and nomenclature. 2-3 questions were from nomenclature. Rest 1-1 questions have been asked from each topic. Okay. Next, hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons have major question coming from, again, from reactions. Okay, focus on reactions. 14 questions were there. So this hydrocarbon part will serve as a knowledge basis for you also, because some part of it is being utilized in your PU2 questions also. Okay, that is one. Next is redox reaction. From redox reaction, we have major question coming from oxidation number and balancing. 2 things were there, oxidation number and balancing. Okay, so focus on these only. Next is some basic concepts of chemistry. From this chapter, we have major question coming from limiting reagent and 2 questions from empirical formula and 3 questions from mole concept. Okay, so focus on these topics first. Okay, solve questions of these topics. Yes, these topics, this analysis is given to you so that now, even if you start now, you can score good marks in your KCET. Okay, it's not to make you, stressed and everything. It's kind of a shortcut for you that yes, I know you're starting late, but still, if you study these topics first, if you study these topics, trust me, you are going to get good marks. Okay, you will be getting decent marks, don't worry. Okay, next one is your structure of atom. From structure of atom, major questions were coming from radial and angular nodes. Straight formula based question. They will give you an orbital and how many radial and angular nodes will it have, right? For Bohr model questions and quantum number questions, straightforward, right? Now these questions, de Broglie wavelength, Heisenberg uncertainty, they are your little calculation based questions. So again, if you have time, go for it, or else go for quantum numbers, radial angular nodes, okay, and Bohr model. Next is thermodynamics, and in thermodynamics, major questions were from enthalpy. From enthalpy portion, see bond enthalpy, lattice enthalpy, these all comes under the enthalpy questions only, okay? And then entropy, 2 questions from entropy and from work done, okay? I think, yes, that was all. And if you have any other doubts, please mention them in the comment section. I will answer your doubts, and take care. All the best for your preparation. Don't worry, you still got this. Take care.